Hi everybody, my name is Dave Ball. I am with Second Muse and the team from the Aquacelerator, an initiative led by the Australian Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade and the Innovation Exchange. And we're working to identify and find the most innovative aquaculture entrepreneurs around the world through the Blue Economy Challenge. Today on World Oceans Day, we're really excited to be joined by Deanna Simpson from the Australian High Commission in Nairobi and Lindsey West from CSense, based in Tanzania.
My name's Deanna and I work at the Australian High Commission in Nairobi, where we cover 6 East African countries. And back at headquarters, our Innovation Exchange has begun this project through the Blue Economy Challenge, which is funding 10 entrepreneurial projects focused on aquaculture globally, 3 of which happen to be in Tanzania. So I was lucky enough to be able to participate in a recent visit down to Tanzania to see some of those projects.
Deanna got to participate in the Big Think conference that we held with 40 stakeholders from the region, and also got to see a little bit of the 360 video shooting that will be premiering on World Oceans Day as well. And Lindsey from CSense, you guys have, you lead a great local organization, so I'd love to hear a little bit more about that as well.
My name is Lindsey West and I'm the director of CSense, which is a grassroots NGO in Tanzania. We're working with coastal communities on the conservation and protection of marine and coastal resources. We have a big program focusing on fisheries governance, and we work with fishing communities to strengthen their engagement in fisheries management, to provide skills and capacity so that they can sort of take ownership of their own resources. We were also fortunate enough to participate in the meeting in Dar and to meet all the different stakeholders involved in the Blue Economy Challenge.
You recently had the opportunity to meet with one of our fellows, Bridging International Communities, who's not currently based in Tanzania, but is exploring opportunities to expand their operations into the country. Maybe talk a little bit about how their aquaponics system might be able to integrate with some of the work that you are already doing.
I was very fortunate to meet with Michelle from Bridging International Communities, and we spent the day discussing her innovation and how that could potentially be integrated into the work of CSense, and seeing if there is some opportunity to work with coastal communities who at the moment are suffering from quite serious resource depletion. So fisheries productivity is low at the moment, and so there are some issues with food security in the coastal zone of Tanzania. I think there's a lot of interest in finding alternative sources of income that don't involve focusing completely on capture fisheries.
It's exciting for us to see aquaculture become something that can supplement fisheries or replace it when there's marine depletion, or even across the country as there's drought hitting Tanzania, looking for alternative livelihoods or ways to supplement traditional incomes as well. Deanna, you mentioned that there was already a couple fellows operating in Tanzania, and there's been interest from 4 of the other 10 fellows, like Bridging International Communities, to expand to Tanzania. When you guys sit in Nairobi and see that kind of progress in that development, what's the excitement level, or what does that make you guys feel?
East Africa is definitely a hub for innovation. To see these projects starting up in Tanzania, tapping into new opportunities in the blue economy is really great, and that's partly because the ocean or the blue economy presents so many opportunities, but also partly because working in East Africa, we know that companies really do thrive here. New startups really can thrive with the resources that are available to them. So I think it's a very positive thing.
And as we look to kind of build on the momentum of the Blue Economy Challenge, which wraps up today on World Oceans Day, we're excited for the potential to kind of continue this work in East Africa, potentially with DFAT and the Innovation Exchange and other collaborators and partners who attended the big thing, like Lindsey from C-Sense. Lindsey, for you, for somebody who's based in Tanzania, what's the future of aquaculture and marine conservation look like there in the country and these communities that you work in?
Aquaculture has huge potential in Tanzania. There is a lot of issue around the depletion of fisheries resources. So it's very important that communities, fishing communities that are steeped in fishing tradition, that they have opportunities to still engage in fisheries, but with a different strategy. So I think aquaculture has great potential, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for C-Sense to work with the Blue Economy Challenge winners, because we have a lot of networks on the ground in the coastal fishing community. So I think that C-Sense has an important role to play in connecting the innovators to the fishing communities and finding opportunities for diversifying the local income.
I think people at Second Muse would be excited that you used one of our 5 C's, connection and connectivity, so prominently there. And I think the role that local organizations like C-Sense play in allowing our partners who are based in the United States or have only operated in Latin America, like Bridging International Communities, to go into a place like Tanzania where they don't have as much of a presence or maybe any presence at all. It's been invaluable, and I think it really accelerates the impact that they can have, both in the amount of time that it takes to get on the ground and get up and operating, but also in the impact that they can have by reaching multiple communities at once and not starting in a small isolated place.
It was very inspiring to be able to participate in the visit to Tanzania. And to see all the different initiatives and the ways that those initiatives are starting to talk to each other about ideas, about ways of driving innovations in the blue economy forward. And I think DFAT is very happy to be able to support this kind of really great work. So I'd just say thanks to Second Muse and thanks to all the participants and the fellows that are involved in the Blue Economy Challenge, and say that we're very keen to stay involved going forward.
Thanks so much, Deanna, and thanks to everybody else that's been out there watching. And again, thank you so much, Lindsey, for joining us. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about C-Sense, you can go visit them at csense.org. To learn more about the Blue Economy Challenge, please visit us at theblueeconomychallenge.org. And you can also follow us at #Aquacelerator. Happy World Oceans Day, everybody, and have a great day.